We are more than just what we physically see. There is this inner world within us that is deep, because you look out in the cosmos, that is a reflection of our physical bodies. The space in the cosmos between the stars is the space in our bodies between our atoms. We are vast and deep, and there's a lot of space there. And look at space. It is majority dark. The minute I mess with my hair too much and get all finicky about the way that I look, I know I'm missing the point, you know, because then you're placing emphasis and value on the way that you physically look, which, sure, yeah, have fun, play with that, feel and look your best. But in terms of placing value on it, in terms of it matters how you experience yourself or express yourself, if the physical image is determining who you are and how you feel about yourself, you got some work to do, which I totally get it. I forever place emphasis on the physical look, and when I stopped doing that, I realized how much wasn't underneath it, because I put all of myself onto the exterior look, and what happened was that when I removed that, there was nothing here. There was no substance, there was no depth, there was no, you know, there's nothing beyond the surface, which there is. There's so much beyond the surface, you know? Don't judge a book by its cover, you know? You don't really know how attractive or valuable or interesting or entertaining someone is until they start expressing themselves with all of their senses and not just the physical look, but the voice and the body language and the, you know, anything. So just throwing that out there to start this vlog off. What day are we on? 20 or 19? I'm not sure. So welcome to today. I think it's day 20. Oh my gosh, 20. That's amazing. 24 more days to go. Still not halfway there. Okay, so day 20. I'm a little hot. I just got back from a walk with Phoenix and Hazel, so I might be glowing a bit. That's just sweat. Okay. Okay. This is the card. You see? It says, trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? First of all, what the fuck is a niggle? I don't know. I've never seen this word before. I've never heard of this word before. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? I mean, the first thing that came up was the intuition, the inner voice, the inner, like, someone explained it to me once as like a reverberation, that inner kind of like not activation, but it's just like this inner kind of movement of like expression kind of swelling up within you. And it could come in many forms. It could come as like a knowing of something, an image maybe. It could come as like a feeling. But I guess the niggle, that's what I'm relating it to. The niggle is the voice, like the inner like calling, the inner knowing, the inner, you know, it's like the points that like come up within you, and sometimes they're really quiet, but they're persistent, and you keep kind of like brushing it aside, like, oh no, that's not really something, oh no, like dismissing it, but it's persistent and it keeps coming up. So that maybe is the niggle. And it's cool because this card is the darkest one I've seen so far in the deck, and I really appreciate that, because I've been walking a process of purifying my relationship to the light and the dark. You know, we have lived in a world where we place emphasis on the light and we banish the dark, and that's why we have a world of secrets, and we don't have transparency, and we have judgments, and we have taboos, and we have things that are swept under the rug, kept in secrets. Abuse happens because there's, you know, secrets manifest, you know, things that are not out in plain sight, you know, aren't then able to be criticized or evaluated or analyzed and considered, is this best? Is this working? Is this something we want to continue having exist? But the darkness is where we come from. You know, in the womb, it's dark. You know, and when I like center myself and like am learning how to practice this point of like going inward, it's darkness in there. It's quiet in there. There's nothing, there's no lights. There's no, you know, nothing's happening. I mean, at this stage, that's all I'm noticing is it's just darkness. So it's like it comes from a nothingness. It comes from a darkness. And so darkness is not to be feared. So it's that point of, yeah, like what is in the depths of you? I guess it kind of is linked to what I was talking about in the beginning. Like we are more than just what we physically see. There is this inner world within us that is deep, because you look out in the cosmos, that is a reflection of our physical bodies. The space in the cosmos between the stars is the space in our bodies between our atoms. We are vast and deep, and there's a lot of space there. And look at space. It is majority dark. So the niggle must be in the darkness of ourselves, in the quiet, in the stillness, in the nothingness, in between the space. So what is it trying to tell you? What is that feeling trying to tell you? I mean, I feel like I've been being called to go inward and to reconnect with myself. And it started as a point of just connecting with my body, checking in with my body. How's my body feel? You know, what kind of foods does my body want to eat? You know, what kind of pains am I experiencing? What are the pains showing me about where I'm at with myself in my life? But now it's like there's a deeper call happening where it's like I want to go deeper into myself, into that darkness, into that quiet. And so I'm exploring it in terms of meditation, and that's it really. That's it really. There's a resistance there too though. So the other day I was walking Hazel, and I felt a call to walk down this path I wouldn't normally walk by myself, because I live in an area where there's bears, and I've had a fear of bears, and I've definitely overcome a lot of that fear, but I wouldn't even walk on, you know, the trails around here by myself because I was afraid of running into bears. Anyways, I was out with Hazel, I was walking, and I wanted to wander deeper into the woods by myself, which is not usual for me because I'm a big scaredy cat normally. But I was being like called, so maybe that was the niggle. I was being called to go deeper into the woods and to follow this path that was not super tame, or like you can tell not a lot of people walked it. But I walked it, and I went to this little part of the bank over the river, and I was looking at the river, and it was so beautiful and quiet. And I saw 2 salmon swimming upriver, trying to find their way, and I could really relate to that, you know. And they were persistent, swimming up current and just finding their way, and just keep going, knowing that they will get there, or they'll die trying. And then I looked back, and there was this huge tree there, and we live where there's a lot of moss on the trees, and I was just like felt called to touch the moss, and it was just like this soft, it was like nature's cushion, nature's like mattress. It was just this soft and like just like soft, comforting kind of like bounce of moss over the trees. And so I just like leaned back, and then I closed my eyes, and then I started breathing and playing with my sound a little bit, and just really kind of like focusing in and centering myself. And it was like a point of like just bringing it all into this darkness within me, and this quiet and the stillness within me. And so I guess that was me trusting my niggle. So what's your niggle trying to tell you? What is the niggle feeling trying to tell you? What are you being called to do? What keeps coming up within you that you're kind of like, dismissing? What is it that you're not hearing that you're actually whispering or shouting to yourself? What is that point within you that's deeper than you've ever looked before? What is that deep point within you that is trying to come to light, that's trying to come to the surface? What is that in there in you that you have maybe not yet wanted to hear? I would maybe investigate, look at, you know, hear it out. Hear it out. Yeah. Okay, that's good for today. Embrace the dark. Yeah, embrace the dark. This reminds me also of a video that a friend of mine posted, Maddie Freeman, who does amazing music, and he's got this deep voice that just reverberates within your body. But I'll share the link to his video. It's pretty cool. It has this darkness to it that is good for this. So, okay. Thanks for walking with. See you tomorrow.